It's the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-Commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-Commerce Minute, episode 240.
In today's episode, Best Buy rolls out tech support subscription.
Home technology is getting smarter. However, getting it set up to work correctly might be a challenge even for the most tech savvy. Best Buy sees this as an opportunity. They've launched a $200 per year subscription version of their Geek Squad called Total Tech Support. This is a revamped version of the 24/7 support, an earlier subscription product that cost the same amount of money but offered much less. The new service offers subscribers 24/7 tech support over the phone or online for most tech products in the home. The subscription even covers products not purchased from Best Buy. They'll help on basic tasks like setting up home networks, car stereo installation, and basic data recovery tasks. Subscribers will also be able to go into Best Buy stores to receive help with basic tech support tasks like transferring data between computers or removing a virus. Home visits to do advanced installations like install theater equipment or do more complex tasks will cost $50, but that's just to get them to show up. Members only get a 20% discount on whatever Best Buy charges typically for those services. The service launches across USA after several months of testing. Best Buy says about 230,000 people so far have signed up for Total Tech Support in the existing markets so far. That sounds like a big number.
It is indeed. I don't know how people still go to Best Buy for this stuff, for tech support, but they do.
I think it's an ingrained thing, and
I mean,
what other? There's no other consumer electronics chains left. There's no Circuit City.
Yeah, there really isn't. I mean, that was a little bit low blow there, but I guess when people go to Geek Squad to fix their computers, I mean, for the most part, it's only going to be Windows computers.
Yeah.
If you own an Apple, there's only one place you go to get it fixed.
Right.
Is to Apple.
Yep.
But other than that, all Windows, nobody really fixes them. So these guys definitely can make that happen. I guess having a subscription is not a bad idea. To be fair, obviously you have to take care of your parents' stuff. I have to take care of my parents' stuff, and we've been using Macs for so long. I don't know how to use a Windows machine anymore.
Yeah, correct. All right, so let's look at it two different ways. $200 a year doesn't seem like a lot if you use it, say, 10 times a year, but how often are you going to use this? I would understand this if you're moving into a new home and you're installing smart lights, or you've got because the smart light thing, a lot of people are stumped by that. They just don't understand the concept behind it. Or setting up a home theater, or even sometimes remotes, getting the remotes to talk to each other. It's really, it's even for tech savvy people, it's kind of like a dark alley. But again, how often would you use this? How do you get that $200 a year value out of this?
I think you do. It's that basic phone call no kid wants to get.
Yeah, no, you're right.
As much as listen, I get those, and I set up my parents' stuff so that it doesn't break, but
right. You have buttons duct taped down and blocked off, and
it's more of like, fair enough. My parents are actually very tech savvy, which is great. Over the years it became that, but I can see that being used for some people who are not around, and how many times you get those calls.
I think that there's got to be some kind of chart of the arc. You have tech savvy, you have non-tech savvy, then you have the person in between. But if you have someone who is paid for this service but still doesn't understand the basic functions of a remote, no patient tech person on the other line is going to be able to talk them through that if they don't have the basic understanding of the functions of the actual device. And I think that is a key thing to pay attention to here, because I know people like this that they are, adults and still don't understand that the triangle facing right is play. Like, they just don't understand the basic UI of technology, and that John, there's no $200 isn't going to train them to do that.
Yeah, but you don't want to be on the other side of that line. I read.
No, you certainly do not. You certainly do not. And so let's take it a step further. You've got grandma on the phone. How long do they sit on the phone with her for this? I had $200. If you're talking about something, I'm sure these guys get, if they're sitting in a cubicle somewhere, someone's got a timer on them, and it's like, you can't sit on the phone with Grandma Gladys for 4 hours, can you?
Oh,
yeah,
maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. And also, I mean, the Geek Squad, they don't exactly have a stellar reputation. We've heard stories about them. I don't know how they qualify the people. I don't know where they get their people from. Do you know anything about that?
No idea.
Don't know anything about it, because I think it's like that thing. If you're smart enough to be on the Geek Squad, then you're smart enough not to be on the Geek Squad, because you're doing something else. You're making money a different way, because at the end of the day, it's still a job.
Right.
If you're doing some homegrown IT or home theater stuff, why would you want to go work for Best Buy for God knows what they're paying them? I don't know what they pay them, and I'm sure it isn't $100,000 a year. So, that's the thing. It's like it's a great idea, but who is actually providing the service, and how qualified are they?
Right.
And the other thing we have to talk about is, the elephant in the room is Amazon. They're probably going to compete against this in some way. They have their new home security services. They're reaching more into tech, in home tech. So why? And they've also got their home in-home service, whether the cleaning service or whatever the thing. So why wouldn't they expand that further into, mercenary home tech people that could probably do a better job than Geek Squad?
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, so a lot to think about here. All right, Geek Squad, try to get your $200 out of them. I challenge you. We have the remote challenge. You call up and try to get them to pair your remotes and see how you do, and you report back. Got anything else, Bart?
No, that is it.
All right. And this is your friendly reminder that the E-commerce Minute podcast is available wherever you get your podcasts. Please go to iTunes and give us a rating. It helps others find us. And we're also now on Spotify. So there's no excuse for you not to listen to the greatest e-commerce podcast on the planet. So go now, subscribe. Get your friends, make them subscribe. Get your mother to subscribe. She will love it. She will love you for it. And she'll learn something. Everyone likes to learn something, don't they? Don't they, Bart?
Do they?
They do. All right. And that's your E-commerce Minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe, or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the E-commerce Minute on your Amazon device. Just add E-commerce Minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion, or just want to say hi, find us on social media @Sumo Heavy.